can I summarize what you just said a little bit and contextualize it? So, like, you just said there are two ways that we, as humans, according to the article, experience the growth of our individual stories. One is through the father's identity. Not to dismiss the mothers. You matter too. But golly, can we move on now? Like, get past that in history. The father's identity is going all the way back to Adam, going all the way back to the Father in heaven, right?
Well, exactly.
The father's identity.
The head of the house, even if we don't recognize him as the head of the house, he's going to have the most influence.
You are his story.
Right. So, I mean, and we can take this out of the human to human relationship and just apply it to our dog, master dog. Like, until the head of the pack, which in our home was you, developed a stable relationship with our dog, he was unstable.
Yeah, right.
No matter how much time and energy I devoted to it.
It's the patriarch principle again, which is really cool. So the father's identity, which is unavoidable and sometimes a curse, usually in one way or another, a curse, in fact. And then the other way, which, again, it limited it just to like fiction stories, like the confessions of men. So you have who your father is, and you have what men say. And right. And those confessions of men, when they are valuable, St. Augustine, are about overcoming a trauma and a trial, right? It's the hero quest. St. Augustine's confessions, a hero quest. But it's not a hero quest. It isn't really. So limiting it to the hero quest, I think, diminishes it, is kind of the thing. What's helpful also here is something out of apologetics and understanding how worldviews work. So worldview is a term that gets a lot of use and really is watered down a bit to mean good and bad things at this point. But, the way it was used initially in apologetics is just to recognize that every single human being is always asking, who am I? What's my problem? And how do I fix it? And that is your worldview. You have big answers, you got little answers, right? You're doing this all the time with every step of your day, and you have the meta, the big one that's carrying you. And so, who am I? Father's son, right? Or who men say I am. Those two things, right? What's my problem? My father's identity, right? And what men say of him. Actually, that's my problem too, sin, right? And then how do I fix it? Well, my father's identity. He sent his son, right? And then what is the confession of men, right? The word of God that is among us. So this is really cool. It's like core stuff. I mean, I even call this scientific because it's the categories are substantial and kind of capture everything. That's really neat.